Okay. Okay. We're making it happen. We have so much information now. So Miracle Roottree was a preacher. Miracle's son is also a preacher. Miracle's son, Miracle Jr., is also a preacher. So we can assume this is Miracle Jr. And this is probably Miracle Third. But I don't know. He is a preacher as well. Or televangelist? Preacher. This is Gwynn. I think. I assume. Which would make this Margot. Margolite. Let's search. Oh, I suck. We were on such a roll, and now I'm not. Let's just do Gwynn Roottree. Find some information on a website about old films that are not yet available on VHS. The site is not very well organized, and the search is broken, but you can get to individual pages from your search engine. Gwynn Roottree is a somewhat well-known actress who was active in the 1950s. She often appeared in tabloids, especially around the time of her highly publicized divorce. Her biggest role was in the minor hit movie Guys Like Us. She left Hollywood after the flop of Christmas Mission. There's a widely circulated picture of Gwynn from behind the scenes of one of her movies, which you've added to evidence. Did you know trivia? Gwynn was the granddaughter of Elias Roottree, founder of Roottree Candy. She shouldn't have been named Roottree, but her father took her mother's famous name, which was quite rare in those days. Okay, so father took the mother's name in this case. Christmas Mission. Page called Flops. It was a war movie about World War I, released in 1955, that received poor reviews and lost the studio money. Gwynn Roottree had a role as a soldier's wife who wrote him letters from home. You find no additional relevant information. Did you know trivia? The movie was marketed as an incredible true story, but no record of the events ever have been found. Guys Like Us. Stimmy says, are you sure about Gwynn? I was under the impression that she was the one who linked the flame and prolonged the age of fire. So true. Guys Like Us is a 1953 film in which two secretaries cut their hair short and pose as businessmen to get ahead in life until one of them falls in love with their client and hilarity ensues. Starring Gwynn Roottree, Leslie Florence, and Harrison Lane. Did you know the title is a play on words, as it can be read that the two women are men similar to other men, or that men are fond of them? That's funny. Harrison Lane. Television actor with a major role in Guys Like Us and some other films. His largest role, before Guys Like Us, was as the villain in the first season of Western Frontiers. Due to the popularity of Guys Like Us, the studio brought Lane back to play the villain's twin brother, this time as a hero joining the protagonist. Western Frontiers has no connection to the Roottrees. Harrison Lane seems to be a dead end. Okay, Harrison Lane married his high school sweetheart after they reunited at a movie premiere. Western Frontiers. Okay. Now, Wild Bill. What was the name? Okay, this is Gwynn Roottree. Notable Roottrees, yep. And where was this? Wild William Williams. Okay. Wild Bill Williams is a leading man of some non-notable movies in the 1950s. He appeared in the adventure movie called Fortune Favors the Grave, which is yet to be released for home audiences. No information about the film. He was known for his good looks and off-screen romances, specifically with blondes. He was married 4 different times to 4 different actresses. There's a famous Hollywood rumor that he even approached Marilyn Monroe at a party and that she was already aware of his reputation. Wild Bill grew up in Paris, France. He returned there often. Okay. Wild Bill Williams. William Williams. All right. Well, we have some evidence. There was a Paris thing. Yep. Film school. Here's a bonus. When I pulled the water damage picture of the free spirits out of the frame, this saw it too. Written on the back of the photo is couldn't make the reunion, wishing you well from Paris, Gwynn and the boys. So this is Gwynn. This is Wild Bill Williams. Yep. What the fuck? I'm so confused. There should be a Williams here, should there not be? Okay, so she wasn't married to what's his name? Huh. Who was she married to? Gwynn and the boys in Paris. I'm assuming that there's a secret Roottree that she gave birth to. Stephanie Jones for City Council. Better for Butler County. It's buried under a ton of other mail that Carl left in his inbox. It had a handwritten note attached to his personal. There's a flyer about a candidate for local office, Stephanie Jones. On the back is an excerpt from a newspaper article about Butler County Times about her campaign. Stephanie may have grown up in an unconventional family, to say the least, but in her words, it was full of love. And now, 22 years later, with a baby of her own due around Christmas, her message for voters is simply, love is our future. Handwritten note says, Carl, I know we don't see eye to eye when it comes to the candy company, but if you could talk to your girls about putting out a statement supporting Stephanie, she could use the publicity your daughters bring. Don't let our conflict spread to the next generation. CM. Yeah, I don't know. Interesting. Power of the Lord in the Summer 96 Three Generations of Miracles tour. Children now welcome, celebrate with your pastor, Miracle Third, and his wife, Nicole. Okay. Edith. Unknown female. Okay. Huh. I have thoughts, but I don't know where to go from here. Okay. Architects, preachers, lawyers, nobody's got time for candy. Maybe they wanted to go to the only member of the family who looks like he samples the product. Okay. This has to be Zach then, because people are rude. So Zach is a next generation. He's in this crew. You think? Hold on. So I'll talk through this in a second. No fireball today. Clinch told me. Pop said at length Clancy should have had it. Going to Zach. Even though his surname doesn't match the candy, he's the firstborn son of the firstborn 5-piece. Okay. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Who the heck is this? All right. This is Gwendolyn then. No. Maybe this is Gwendolyn or Margot. I don't know. This is probably Margot. Angie can't be any of these. I know that this is Sam because of the mention. Where is it? Next president, Guy Hudson. I doubt he actually ended up being the president. Here we go. So this has to be Eli, Clancy, or not Eli. Yeah, Eli is right here. Clancy. Zach. Is this Sam? Okay. All right, this is falling apart. I need to. What did it say about Sam? Oh, here we go. Sam. Sam from Lauren Roottrees Are Dead, written in 1960. From a previous entry, he learned that Elias Roottree hadn't given in to his wife and announced that Sam, an obscure relative, was to be included in family gatherings. Gwyneth had been pushing to include Sam for quite some time. Lauren writes, "Why Sam? I have many distant relatives I've never met. After all, Granny had sisters and Granddad had a brother or two. But I was told, trim their branches from the family tree. And so why is Sam special? Nothing adds up, and I'm not the only one to realize." Angie summoned all the next gens to a secret meeting in Zach's office. Gwyn's in Paris, but the rest of us, including Miracle's boys... Miracle has 2 boys. Okay, actually, straight up information. Unknown male. Oh, that's not how you do it. Unknown male. Okay. So who the Shrek is Sam? Guys, this is tough. Both the actress lady and her mom are blonde. Yeah, that's what I figured. And I made the assumption that she is the blonde one, so maybe... Is this Margot? I mean, it's gotta be, right? Housewife. Oh! Jacobson, Edith, Morden, James. Okay. Guys, let's fucking go. And this is also her. Bam. So does this mean both of these are just her sons? Something like this. I gotta look at that picture again to see if that boy has a wedding ring on. I don't see any. Hiccup. Gwyn's in Paris, but the rest of us, including Miracle's boys, spent ages trying to unravel the mystery. I didn't recognize Sam at Uncle Junior's wedding to Patsy last year. Sam at Uncle Junior's wedding to Patsy last year. Was that Elias Jr.? Hold on. I guess one of these is Elias Jr., yeah. So this must be Elias Jr. Who Sweef. Alright, hold on. Nice. Generally, it was a tabloid focused on famous actresses. Okay, let's do this. Starlet. And we'll do Gwynn. Roottrie was often in Scarlet. Most mentions were around the time of her divorce in 1958 from Wild Bill Williams. I knew it. Gossip is speculative, full of tabloid stereotypes. Some of it focused on the fact that when she announced her divorce, she also announced she was pregnant again. Others mentioned the rumor that Wild Bill had multiple affairs, which left her heartbroken. Interview from earlier, 57, where she was asked about her last name, she answered, "Power of a name is undeniable. My grandfather constantly preached the importance of family names. My father decided to bless me with a famous name. There's nothing wrong with Cornwall, but Roottree has power." Father decided to bless me with a special name. Cornwall. Linus Cornwall. Again. What the fuck? Is Wild Bill Williams not... Are none of his names real? Didn't have the benefit of being born with a famous one. It's an infamous name he repurposed for himself because he didn't have the benefit of being born with a famous one. Wild, combined with the alliteration Williams, is incredibly memorable. We've relocated to Paris. I know your readers love to keep up with my husband, so consider this fairly exclusive about both of us. Wild Bill and I have a child on the way, and we're sticking with Roottree for the last name, not Williams. We also plan to lean into alliteration. That's how we'll honor both our family names for the next generation. R. Okay. Robert Roottree, Ronald Roottree. I'm looking for very French-looking last names. Okay. Sam at Uncle Junior's wedding. Okay, this is where we have to get it, right? Is Uncle Junior, this must be him, Elias Jr. Architect, Patsy. We know this one, though. Just when I asked who Sam was, Pop shushed me and said it was complicated. Clancy swore you saw Sam working alongside the farmhands EC and John. He used to drive past the old Anderson farm on his way to work. On hearing that, Zach checked the records and managed to confirm all three are on the books. Eli, Miracle's youngest, not my brother. Alliteration. That's how we'll honor both our family names. Okay. Historical buildings. He is an architect. He's listed alongside old residence Hunchetop House. Elias Rootree's junior name. Okay, Hunchetop House. That's fine. Elias M. Elias Miracle. Really thinking here. I wish there was a way to just have a placeholder This is an unknown male, though. Gwendolyn Roottree. That seems accurate. Let's Google. Eli, Miracle's youngest, not my brother, even chimed in. Apparently, when he was riding his mini bike alongside the farm a few weeks ago, Sam gave him some old tools and taught him how to make a bike's engine faster. None of us think that proper for a multitude of reasons, but Eli certainly seems thrilled. At the end of the day, nothing explains why an outsider is cozied into family affairs. One who works on a farm of all places. Whatever happened to blood is thicker than syrup. Why is Granddad making the exception now? One of the final entries called Clark from Lauren Rootree's diary. Clark's getting married, and in my opinion, far too young. He's barely 18 for God's sakes, and Danielle isn't much older. Okay. Something new to work with. Danielle Franks. But openly confronting them would make me a hypocrite. After all, Jacob and I got married at 16. Clark, like the rest of his generation, is a free spirit. What else do you call a group of kids growing up with more money than any one person can spend? They all aspire to be musicians and artists and dancers and all sorts of nonsense, but the only one who has any discipline is Carl. That's because Pop forced Clancy to send him to the academy. Aha. So, this must be Clancy. Oh, let's fucking go. Nice. I got lucky on guessing that one. Frank Sternwell, Cornwall, Linus, Gwynn.
You're listening to WRTT. It's time for your headlines. Once an hour, every hour, on the 45. It's a bizarre development to an already tragic tale. In the wake of the accident that took his life, some of Carl Roottree's belongings have apparently gone missing. Most notably, a framed photo of the Roottree family from the mid-1970s that Carl had on his office wall. We interviewed a local psychologist about who would do such a thing and why. For that article, search online for WRTD News. Again, that's WRTD.
What? The lady stole it? She stole it from us and gave it to us? Is she an illegal person? Is she breaking the law? I'm terrified right now. I'm just positively... I'm positively shocked. All right. See you later, leper. Occupation, baby. That's actually funny. It's actually deeply funny. So, was I wrong about Zachariah Mordrin? Should he be here then? I don't know. I'm gonna do a thing. I'm gonna jump. I'm gonna do this. Zachariah Mordrin, occupation, president first. Because it specified firstborn son. Maybe I'm getting old, but our generation was never so bad. My brothers all seem to pursue paths of knowledge. And the most rebellious thing any of us ever did was bring home someone who would be illegal to marry if we lived anywhere south of Pennsylvania. Pop seems to have gotten over it because Edward is set to take over his department once he retires. Edward. Is this Edward? With his daughter? Eli M. Okay, it is Eli M. It says Eli there, so that must be Eli M. Occupation janitor? I don't know what he does. Not a police officer. What is he wearing? Mechanic. Let's say mechanic. That looks like it could be coveralls, right? In a mechanic's outfit. I'm actually going to swap this out. Oh, I can't swap that one out. Damn it. Is that him? I'm going to guess. I'm going to guess that that's him. Okay. You need a second picture locked in before you can swap them. I was just going to swap it so that it was all from the family gathering photo, but that's fine. Okay. I need to figure something out. Cousins are doing well. Zach's not a bad president after all. His sister seems to be doing a good job raising her twins. Gwynn is Gwynn. Okay. Twins. Morden. It's Morden, not Mordrin. Caroline has listed on a few art websites without much detail. She seems to be associated with a movement called P-Flag. That's cool. Parents and friends been friends of lesbians and gays. Yep. I can't make the jump here. I need to figure something out. There's got to be some kind of alliteration. Ernie Jr., Ernest Madsen Jr. Aha. Rafferty LaRue. Interesting. That gives us something to work with. Roottree, November Roottree, Roottree Robert, Roottree Ronald, Roottree Tessa, Tessa Green. I don't know. There's no other... Yeah, I don't know. There's no other... Sam Cattrall. That's a man. I didn't even notice that before. I'm throwing guesses everywhere. This isn't right. Unknown female. Unknown occupation. WRTD. Investigative jazz radio station. During their news segments at 45 minutes in the hour, they've been talking about the plane crash. This is the most recent hour. They also talked about a picture taken from Carl's office after the plane crash, promised an interview online with a psychologist. During the interview, it's revealed there wasn't a break-in and said someone with a key to the office took the picture after discovering the pipes burst due to the recent storm. This means it was likely someone close to the family who was aware of the photo's history and wanted to save it. The psychologist, however, goes on to posit the culprit had an alternate agenda specifically because nobody in the family has come forward to say they have it in their possession. A comment below the article says, "Don't believe their lies. This is just another instance of the Roottree curse being a real, true thing. I bet you Carl was murdered and the picture had evidence on it." Long, rambly conspiracy website with very small, very red text on a black background that says Roottrees are cursed. It has been recently updated with the following update. Important update. With Carl and Brenda and their girls, that makes 5 new deaths. Not only that, but 3 of the 5 presidents of the Roottree company have died mysteriously. They say Guy's car was hit by a drunk driver in 1982, but nobody was arrested. Then Ernie Madsen Jr. stepped down. Was he poisoned? Now this week, Carl died in a plane crash. This cannot be coincidence. So Guy was the 3rd president. Madsen Jr. was the 4th. Ernie Jr. Ernie Jr. Guy Hudson, Ernie Jr. I mean, all right, we can probably fill these out. Eli, so this is Eli. This is so tough. Gwyneth had been pushing to include Sam for some time. Who is Sam? Is this Sam or is that Sam? And who is this? And maybe that's Sam? I don't know. Oh, he's a preacher too. Oops. Oh, I did it. Okay, perfect. Oh, hell yeah.